My name is James Williams Jr., and this is part two of why one person can fuck it up for all the rest. Alright, now I say this because I'm going to throw y'all back. OJ Simpson should be a free man really soon. He has nothing to do with this video, but I'm going to throw y'all back to OJ because this is kind of where the clusterfuck begins. When OJ got away with the crime that he allegedly did, everybody black was jumping up and down for joy and bouncing in the streets, and white people weren't very happy about that. And that's cool. When the black guys beat up Reginald Denny and the white guys beat up Rodney King, riots and shit started in the streets. But when OJ got off with the alleged murder, you know, he got everybody black slightly happy. You know, two lives were lost. So whether he did it or not is fucking irrelevant to the fact of how everyone in America looked at black people differently. So then, 9/11 happened. There was a different brown in town, and the lighter your skin, the more you were looked at. And then SARS happened, and as my favorite female comedian put it, severe Asian racist syndrome. Everybody was contracting SARS or swine flu or bird flu or whatever. They started looking at Asian people differently. And let's rewind a little further back, because in that same big old clusterfuck, there was a DC sniper. And that DC sniper was profiled. And he was profiled as a white man. And their profiler was a white woman. Boy, did she drop the fucking ball. I'm sorry, I know you were doing your job, but let's be honest, you dropped the ball. You had everybody looking for a white man shooting people from either a white van or a two-door car. Just picking people off. And lo and behold, it was two black idiots, John Lee Melvo and something Muhammad. I'm pretty sure I got their names fucked up. But this leads me to where this video is going to go. When 9/11 happened, nobody looked at black people as this is our fault. You know, because most black people, we don't really get on planes unless it's absolutely fucking necessary. You're not gonna convince us we all B.A. Baracus. You gotta knock us the fuck out to get us on a plane. You know? And for the most part, that's the truth. And all of a sudden, after 9/11, black people could breathe. You know, we weren't under the microscope anymore. And then John Lee Melvo, or Malcolm Muhammad, or whoever the DC sniping idiots were revealed to be black people. So we went from down here to normalcy to right back up to the top of the radar. And then all of a sudden, Muslims, whether they were black, white, or Indian with the dots, started doing more stupid shit. Allah be praised, and started killing and doing idiotic shit and blaming it all on Allah. Well, God gives life and God takes life away. God does not order people to do the job of the archangels. Alright? So all of a sudden now, if you're a Muslim, you were in trouble. And if you were a black Muslim, you were double fucked. And if you were an Indian Muslim with the dots, you were triple fucked. And it was just all out a way of blaming people for shit that, you know, you shouldn't be blamed for. And, you know, sorry, that was important. The thing with that is, you know, black people just knew that we were finally going to be treated like normal people. We weren't going to have people having nigger moments. I'm sorry, yes, I used the word nigger. And destroying shit. Because we were finally cleared 911. And then John Lee Melvo and Muhammad, whatever the fuck his name was, the two DC sniping idiots, put us back on the chopping block. They did. So then all of a sudden, you have all these terrorist groups popping up out of nowhere. You have the Taliban, you have ISIS, you have whoever the fuck else is out there doing dumb shit and death to America and all this other bullshit that they're doing to us, putting people of color back on the fucking map. Then we get back to a point where we have more normalcy. And then we have another terrorist attack. Then we get back to the part where we're back on normalcy. Then we have another attack. And with our most recent attack, and I'm sorry, I'm sure that most of the people in America who are white don't say what most of the people who are of color say when they turn on that fucking news and hear shit like at Las Vegas happened. You know, the first thing that a person of color says, and I say it every time, I will not lie about it, and I'm offending you, I'm sorry, but I'm not fucking sorry because it's the fucking truth. Whenever something bad happens on the news, the first damn thing I say is, God, don't let it be a black person. I don't care what it takes, but don't let it be a black person. Because I know for a stone cold fact that if it is a black person, I am never, ever gonna hear the end of it. And I'm not gonna be able to walk into stores. I'm not gonna be able to go shopping. I'm not going to be able to do nothing that I would normally do on a daily basis because I got mad white people scared of me. You know? And I mean, I got mad white people scared of me because somebody of my color, even if they're not black or if they're not Native American or if they're not mixed like me, somebody of color fucked it up for everyone else of color. Now, in Hong Kong or China or Japan, when an Asian goes off, it's to be expected because they're the only ones there. And most foreigners, when they go to these foreign countries, with the exception of that one kid way back in the 90s in Singapore that decided he wanted to be Captain America and throw a stop sign through people's cars, most of the time when we go to foreign countries, we behave ourselves because we don't want to be caned and we don't want to be like the young university student that gets a hard time for taking a fucking poster. Now, on that, by the way, I blame his church group completely for that. I blame him a little bit, but, you know, he's 21, or he's in his early 20s, and sometimes when you're a teenager or a kid in your 20s, no one can tell you nothing, and you have to learn the hard way. But there is an etiquette of going to other people's countries. There are things that you don't fucking do. One, if you didn't buy it, you don't touch it. Two, if you're not planning on buying it, you don't touch it. And three, I don't give a damn what color you are. You don't go to nobody's country and steal shit. Period. Now his church group, fuck y'all. Because y'all should have briefed this kid before he even stepped foot in North Korea. And you guys are supposed to be Christians and go to church. Why is he stealing? Thou shalt not steal is a 10th commandment. No, and I'm sorry to the family for that, but it is a 10th commandment. And two, his church should have briefed him. And they're coming from the University of Virginia, my town in Charlottesville. Nah, man, y'all should have briefed this kid, and that shit probably would have never happened. And in Korea, what's wrong with you guys? You want to give him a hard time over a fucking piece of parchment? A piece of paper? A fucking poster? Something that you probably have plenty of just lying the fuck around? And I know you're a poor country, but damn, I know y'all got some decency. You have good people there. So what's the problem? Now, I probably just pissed off like a whole bunch of people with that. And that's understandable, you know, because I'm not a Christian. I'll be the first to tell you. No, I'm not a Christian. Do I believe in God? Hell yes, I do. Am I a Christian? Not with this mouth. I can barely consider myself a Baptist. Like I said, not with this mouth. This mouth is foul. It is fantastically foul. That was me trying to use an F-bomb without cussing. And the thing with this is that, you know, alright, if I'm in China and I'm behaving, I'm not like doing anything stupid, I'm trying to make my people, like black people or anybody brown, especially Native Americans, look somewhat decent. You know, I'm gonna respect your fucking rules when I come to your country. Y'all say no spitting on the sidewalk. I'm not gonna spit on your damn sidewalk unless I eat something foul and I puke the fuck up. There's that F-bomb. if I go to Singapore because of what happened in Singapore with the diplomatic immunity and that kid getting Singapore cane way back in the 90s. Yeah, when your curfew's at 10 o'clock, I'll be in the house at 8:45. All right? Why did I say 8:45? Because some countries you have a curfew of 9 o'clock, and that's why a lot of them don't have a lot of crime-ridden areas. Because I think Japan has a 10 o'clock mandate. I'm not gonna swear to that, but I was told one time they had a 10 o'clock curfew, which is why Japan has one of the least crime rates ever. And like I said, I don't live there, so I don't know if this shit's true or not. But I was told that about somebody who visited there. I don't. Again, I can't say if that's true, but I can say if that is true, maybe we should all have a 10 o'clock curfew, except for if you have to work the night shift, because then you got to make your money. You have to live, so you have to work, you have to eat, you have to pay your rent. So maybe there's some truth to that, maybe not. Again, I'm not Japanese. I don't know. I've never been to Japan. I would love to go, but I don't have any money, so that's not gonna happen. But the whole principle of if you go into a foreign country, you need to, one, know the rules, two, hope to learn some of the language, and three, know how to say thank you, please, and I'm sorry. And the last thing you need to learn is where's the fucking bathroom, right? Because no one wants to shit on themselves, even if you're wearing the dark pants. The only country I've ever been to in my life has been Canada. I love Canada. If I could have property up there and move up there, I would greatly do that. I don't think I could do that without marrying a Canadian chick, so I don't know if that's even a possibility. But, it's just the principle of Canada has been very good to me. Not once was I ever called the half-breed. Not once was I ever called chief. Not once was I ever called the knitter. But I did see French Canadians and regular Canadians going at it, which was like fucking amazing to me because they were both white guys. And I was like, wow. Parlez-vous français about to get parlez-vous punched in the face. And that shit was like the only crazy shit I've ever seen in Canada. So I guess in Canada, when something goes wrong, it's like, ah, damn it, don't let it be one of those damn French Canadians. And I don't know if it was a French Canadian, but I do know that the dude on the bus was of Asian descent that was possessed by the Wendigo and chopped the dude's head off with a knife the last time that I was in Canada. Now, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, a lot of these things, there's dry skin on my lip, so you have to forgive me. Yeah, I got it. It's a lot of these things that we can do to avoid this shit, but some of us just don't. And when it comes to like certain black people, I don't know what you're fucking smoking, but you need to stop. You can't do certain things just ethnically and ethically. It is not something that you should fucking do because you represent all of us to some people on some level or another, and you need to recognize that before you wreck everybody's life. When I was younger and I had 3 jobs before I worked at Sears, I went into Sears to shop. I had just got paid. Just got paid. Had like about maybe $300 in my pocket. And whatever I needed, it was in Sears. It was like a Sears exclusive store product. And I could only get it at Sears. The problem was, I couldn't remember what it was, and I couldn't find it. I was in Sears for maybe an hour. And some store detective followed me all through Sears. Now, granted, this is not the first time a store detective has followed me through a store. But this was the one time that I had to actually speak up and say something, because the first couple of times it happened, when you're an 8-year-old kid, you don't really say shit to adults. At least I didn't, because that would have got my ass beat. And the store detective followed me through what now was Staples, but once was IGA, and they had G.I. Joes in there, and I came in there to buy G.I. Joes. I had money. It was not a problem. I had money. I've never gone to a store without money when I was a kid. As an adult, I can go into a store without money. I'm not going to steal anything. I will price shit, and then I'll leave the store, and they'll be like, well, what are you here? I was just here to price something. Because there's not like a 1-800, I got to call this store and price shit, and somebody's going to walk around with this phone to wherever I'm looking for and let me know what the fuck the price is with tax. Because no one does that. It would be great if they did, but no one does that. The store doesn't have time to spend that money on that one guy who's going to walk around or drive around on a little scooter. Yeah, I'm in the Setchabajig section. You said you were looking for this. Yeah, the price is $4.99, and with tax, that'll probably be about $6. Now, there's nobody doing that. They should do that, but they don't. So, when I was followed by the detective in the store, and I turned around, I said, dude, why are you following me? He's like, I'm not following you. I said, dude, you've been following me from the fucking moment I stepped into this goddamn store. And I said, and while you're following me, these white people over here, those Asian people over there, that other black guy that you just didn't look at, could be stealing everything. But you're spending your whole entire time following me, and every time I look back, you're trying to look like you're not following me. And cell phones didn't exist at the time. So he'd look at his watch, or he'd like try to duck behind an aisle, because they had Bob Vila. They had a big life-size model of Bob Vila. So Bob Vila's like maybe like 5'11", 5'9", somewhere in there. And every time I walked around at Sears, it's like this guy tried to duck behind every Bob Vila sign that he could find. And like, this motherfucker must think I'm stupid. I'm sorry for swearing. But at the time, those was the emotions that was going, this motherfucker thinks that I'm a dumbass. He is literally ducking behind Bob Vila or every aisle. When I stop to look back, because you get that creepy feeling that somebody's eyes is just burning to the back of your skull. Yeah, that feeling. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, why is this motherfucker following me? He knows that I know that he's following me, right? Because every time I look up or look like this, he's like this. So, like I said, the guy followed me around the store for a fucking hour. And so I finally confronted him. Now, I'm like 23, 24. I'm old enough to know not to confront people. But I got to the point where I couldn't fucking take it anymore. So I had to say something. So I asked him, I said, dude, what the fuck is your problem? I have money. So I whipped out my money. I said, I have 3 jobs and I work. I don't need to steal anything out here. I'm just trying to remember what the fuck it was I came in here to buy. So while I'm looking for it, it would help me a lot if I stop having to worry about you thinking that I'm going to steal shit. As a matter of fact, where's the manager? So the manager came by and I said, hey, look here, man. Whatever I was going to buy in here, I'm no longer going to buy here because this asshole keeps following me around. Though I have 3 jobs and I have money, he thinks I'm going to steal from your store. I have $300 in my hand, right here, and it was in all 20s. I said, I just cashed my check. I came in here to shop, and this asshole thinks that I'm going to steal. He done ducked behind Bob Vila 3 times. Said, well, we're sorry about that. I said, no, you're going to be real sorry. You know why? Because I'm not buying shit out your fucking store now. As long as you're going to have guys following me around, and I have a job, I'm not some fucking thief. Hell, I work on the mall right next fucking door. Because I hadn't got the job at Sears yet. And I was like, if I'm going to be working here, or if I'm going to be walking and shopping here, the least I can do is have some goddamn space to think. This motherfucker done followed me around the store twice in that hour. And each time, that's how he got the duck behind the 2 Bob Vilas and the other aisles and shit. And they're like, Sears had everything in the store. I couldn't afford none of the shoes. I could that day. I had $300, but I wasn't there for shoes. I forgot what the fuck I was even there for. I was so fucking mad. I just put my money back in my pocket and I left. And I never shopped there again. And then I got the job there, and that dude wasn't working there anymore. But it's just the principle of, all it takes is for one black person to fuck it up for the rest of us. And a lot of black people don't see that. So when I made that video about the dude stalking the little girl, he's a black dude. Now he's going to put everybody on notice. So we're going to be fucked again. And so I'm simply putting it out here to everybody who's not of color. Y'all don't have that issue. Because y'all generally, when y'all cut on the news, y'all probably say, hey, if it's a black dude, we're okay. If it's a white dude, hey, we're okay. Because, to be honest, y'all are at the top of the fucking food chain. Now, the Constitution of the United States says that we are all equal under the power of the Constitution and everything, and we all know that that is a crock of bullshit. However, there's no judgment here. You know what? I'm happy to be an American. I'm happy to say that I attempted to serve my country. My dog tags are real from Fort Benning, Georgia. My military ID is real. My motherfucking veterans card is real. And yes, I have had confirmation and arguments with women who were scared of black people, and I've told them that I would be that same black motherfucker that would catch a bullet for you when you take the wrong turn down the wrong alley at the right fucking time. And of course, that didn't change her mind because she was still scared of black people. I did not help the situation there. I should have just kept my damn mouth shut and kept on moving. But you know, it pissed me off that she had walked all the way across the street just to come right back across the street when she got her distance. I think she might have thought I was a Mexican. So she probably, you know, because the Mexican stereotype is Mexicans will cut you. Uh, Asian people in general will just fuck you up. And black people, most people are just naturally scared of black people because of the stereotypes and the rumors and shit like that, and all those 70 exploitation movies of us raping white women, just like white men raping black women and shit. You know, the 70s fucked up the culture for everybody because it just like made everybody afraid that black people were rapists or that white people were rapists, and it was just totally fucked up. Then there was that Kunta Kinte thing, so it was just all kinds of stuff, you know, and you know, in school, Black History Month teaches you how to hate white people. It really does, and no one's really acknowledging that shit. But there it is. I just acknowledged it, and you know, I can't hold a white person responsible for something that their ancestors did, and neither can any of you. I can't hold an Asian person responsible for anything that their ancestors did because one, when they came over here, they were just as fucked as we were, and two, Native Americans are Asian for the last damn time, and my ancestries are Native American, black and white. So I'm fucked all the way around, and I don't have the right to be a racist. Understand? But you know, I have been a victim of racism on every spectrum. So you know, it is what it is, and we got to take what we can get. But as I close out, I made 2 videos about this, so I'll make another one. You know, or I'll close out with this. It only takes one person of color to fuck it up for the rest of the people of color. I don't want to be that guy. Now, these videos, yeah, I'm probably that guy. But I don't want to be the guy that goes down the street stalking people's children and having the cops say, okay, be on the lookout for a black guy. I really don't want to cut my hair to get off. You know, we got a black guy with curly hair. We're going to bust his ass. This guy had no hair. You know, but he was still black. So he's done put us back on the map. The girl in the college did put the toilet water in the bowl and put it in the girl's water bottle. She's fucked it up for black people. Is there anybody else black that intends on fucking it up for the rest of us? Because if you do, all y'all need to get together and go live in y'all little community where y'all can fuck each other up, and then somebody can end your shit instead of fucking up for every person of color on the planet. In closing, I'm James Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. Black people. Not all of us, but the ones that have that raw hair up their ass that wants to fuck it up for the rest of us. Stop it. Please. Stop it. You're not helping the situation if you're going out causing problems for the rest of your species or your race. I'm James Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. I hope I taught you guys something. Be seeing you. If I did it. Find a damn cursor.